seated and comfortable and ready for your practice, having let go of your day, let go of your thoughts, and begin to trace your breath, just gently entering your body and leaving your body through your nostril, preferably. Maybe you can seal your lips and lengthen through your neutral spine. It's almost like you've got an invisible connection that raises the crown of your head and softens your shoulders. Good. And we'll take 4 counts of breath together. That means we'll inhale for 4 and exhale for 4, always through the nose. And once we're doing this, please try and remember to make that whisper sound in your throat, creating the Ujjayi breath force for your practice. So allow your breath to naturally leave your body and empty your lungs, and then inhaling through your nostrils with me for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale all the way, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allowing yourself this natural and full breath cadence. When we take a full yoga breath, the breath comes all the way down to the base of the lungs. Rather than taking these short, shallow breaths that we use in normal life, we breathe all the way through to the bottom of the lungs. Good. Allow this to flow and fuel your practice. And we'll set our intention together. So place your right hand on your heart space, and place your left hand on your abdomen where you can feel your breath. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. Good, let's start by coming into the 3 planes of movement. I'd like you to find child's pose and begin to stretch out through the sides of your body. So allow your toes to touch, your sit bones to melt towards your heels as much as your thighs will allow you, and then walk your hands forward and melt your head down towards the earth. Open up through your heart space and walk your left hand over to the left edge of your mat, maybe onto the floor, and float your right hand onto the back of your left hand. Move your forehead accordingly so that you can get a nice, long frontal plane stretch through the right side of your rib cage and torso. Allow your breath just to brush the inside of your right rib cage and relax it open expansively. Good. Allowing your spine the flexibility to move all the way to the left as far as you comfortably can. You can rotate your hips out a little to help this. And then walk your right hand off the top right corner of your mat. Float your left hand over. Come into the frontal plane release on the opposite side. Expanding through your left rib cage and bringing space between the vertebra on the left side of your spine. Couple of breaths, soften the body. It's as if the exhale is allowing you to relax even more. Nice, and then gently come on back to center and come up into your all fours position. We'll come through cat-cow, 3, 4, 5 breaths. It's up to you. Make sure that your hands are properly placed so you support your shoulders. Make sure that your knees are properly placed so that you support your hips. Good. And inhale to drop your belly towards the ground. Raise your chin towards the sky as you come into your cow pose. And exhale, reverse the whole thing. So you're finding this flexibility and movement through the sagittal plane, expanding and contracting through the length of your spine, using your breath to flow and move and ebb. Not so much in time with how I'm calling this, but more in time with your own breath. Your inhale drops your belly. Your exhale arches your spine towards the sky. Any natural flow and movement through the shoulders as well is more than welcome. Same with the hips if you want to move them around slightly. Listen to your body. Good, and then come back to center and we'll open up through the transverse plane. So press your left hand into the ground and inhale that right hand straight up towards the sky. Good, open up through your heart space, get ready. Exhale, dive the right hand all the way through underneath the left rib cage and melt your right shoulder down onto the earth. Maybe you take a little bind, left hand into your back jean pocket if that's in your practice. But feel the stretch around your neutral spine in the transverse plane, the third plane of movement the spine can enter into, reminding the spine that it has this flexibility. Good. Let the breath leave your body. And then as you inhale, reach your hand straight up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand to the ground, and we'll do the other side as you inhale your left hand to the sky. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up in the morning, your body and your joints can feel a bit stiff? Exhale, sweep your left arm right the way through underneath your right rib cage. Melt your left cheek down. So when your body's a little stiff in the morning, sometimes that's because you have a few fascial adhesions. So the fascia inside the body, because it's not moving when you sleep, begins to form extra connective tissue. And in the morning, we need to stretch this off so we can release fascial adhesions. Maybe you can feel this release of stickiness in your body as you come through this transverse plane now, rotating around your neutral spine, releasing all the sticky bits. And then inhale that left hand straight up towards the sky. Remember, practice today with compassion for yourself. Bring your hand back down to the ground. Nice. And we're going to come to a reverse tabletop to wake up through the core. Good. So place your feet on the floor. Place your hands on the floor. Those of you who know me will know that I modify onto my fists, but I'd like you to use the palms of your yogi hands pushed down into the ground so your fingers are pressing towards your feet. Please don't copy my fists unless, of course, you've had wrist surgery as well, and that's what your doctor advises. When you're ready, lift your hips up towards the sky, coming into reverse tabletop. Good. Your head can drop back a bit as you push down through your feet and lift up through your hips. Strong through your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Then exhale to rotate through your shoulder joints and straighten up through your legs. But see if you can keep your bum off the floor. So you're engaging through your core. Lean your head forward. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up to your reverse tabletop. Lift your hips high. Good. Exhale, come all the way to straighten the legs, hinging only at the shoulders and at the hips, of course. Bum is off the floor. Push down through those hands. Inhale, lift your hips nice and high. Lift your hips nice and high. A reverse tabletop. Exhale, straighten through your legs. Keep the bum off the floor if you can. You can modify if you wish. Inhale, straight back up to reverse tabletop. We've got two more like this. Exhale, straighten through the legs. Keep the bum off the floor. Strong through the shoulders. Inhale, last time. Lift the hips. Maybe a little higher this time as you engage through your core and Uddiyana Bandha. Awesome. Exhale, bring the hips all the way down, straighten through the legs. Keep the bum off the floor. Lift, 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 lift. Good. From here, put your bum on the floor and just turn around and come into a nice long lunge. We'll step the left foot forward to start with. Nice long runner's lunge. Right knee can be on the floor. Let your right hip flexor open up. Long lunge. You're just letting that hip flexor lengthen a little. Good. In a minute, we're going to straighten our legs and come to pyramid pose to stretch the left hamstring. So take a breath in and exhale, straighten both legs, pyramid pose. And feel the stretch. Find your own natural edge. Nice. From here, exhale your right knee onto the floor. Come back to long runner's lunge. This time as you exhale, keep your right knee on the floor, but straighten your left leg for half split. Still stretching that left hamstring. Good. Inhale, come back to your runner's lunge. Exhale, go back to your pyramid pose. Another stretch through the left hamstring. Maybe you draw your left toes off the floor and feel the stretch through your back as well. Perhaps your hands support you. Good. Inhale, right knee to the ground. Exhale, half splits. One more time. Inhale, long lunge. Exhale all the way back out to your pyramid pose. Good. From here, rotate to the right edge of your mat and come into a nice long, wide-legged forward fold.
Your hands can hold onto your knees, calves, or ankles as you push down through all four corners of your feet. Please don't let all the weight rock into your heels. And allow gravity to massage your spine and shoulders, crown of the head drops. Sit bones lift a little as you stretch through your hamstrings and inner thighs. Stretch out the back of your knees and calves, all the way through to your Achilles tendon. Good, one more breath as you lengthen through the inner thighs. Nice, then rotate all the way back to the front edge of your mat and switch your feet around. So just step your right foot forward and your left foot to the back. And we'll stretch out through the right hamstring. So take a breath in and exhale to drop your left knee to the ground. If you wish, if you're really reaching out for this, you can float your hands up and open up through your heart space as well. That's okay. If you really want to, I can feel some of you just itching to do that. Then exhale back into your pyramid pose and stretch out through your right hamstring. Maybe your right toes come off the floor. Inhale, drop your left knee. Exhale, come back to a half split. Right leg is stretched out, right leg. Good, inhale, almost like you're waving with your own breath through long lunge, exhaling into your pyramid pose. Inhaling into your long lunge. Exhaling into your half splits. Inhaling back into your long lunge. Exhaling into your pyramid pose. One more time. Inhale, left knee drops. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Half splits. Inhale, long lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Good. This time, rotate out to the left side of your mat. Take a wide-legged forward fold. But this time, interlace your fingers behind your back and float your hands up over your head. Yeah. So this time, you're stretching everything you did last time, but you're also opening up through the front of your chest, shoulders, heart space, an area we naturally or normally tend to curl into and protect. Now that we're sitting at a desk hunched over it, C-curling forward and contracting through our chest, or we're just emotionally protecting ourselves from heartache. And this pose allows you to open up and let go a little. Breath is still flowing, and if your belly has gone soft and floppy because of the posture, draw it in. Yeah, fight gravity a little through your navel. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. One more breath in. Awesome. Release your hands and rotate back to the top edge of your mat. Good. You're back in your pyramid pose and just step forward into a forward fold. Step forward into a forward fold and come into a forward fold for me. And if it feels good, you can place your right hand on your left bicep. Yeah, and then just place your left hand in the crook of your right elbow and use the weight of your arms to release through the whole of your posterior chain. Find the moment inside yourself, this practice which is yours. Doesn't matter what posture, what asana you're doing at the time. What I'd like you to do is cultivate an inward journey. If you imagine yourself as a trepid explorer in a jungle, cutting your way with a huge machete through the bushes, the machete is your own breath. The bushes are your thoughts. And you can naturally allow your breath to clear away into your center. Doesn't matter what pose we're in. I'd like you to advance your journey deep inside of you. Still breathing, still releasing, still relaxing. Good. We're going to come to downward facing dog and use scorpion just to power up the prana before coming into a balancing sequence. And then we'll come into our flow. So release your elbows. Step back into downward facing dog. I'm going to modify my fists. Inhale your right leg towards the sky, but press the heel up and out. Good. Then exhale to bend your right knee and inhale, open up your right knee towards the sky, come into scorpion. Don't think about wild thing. Don't think about wild thing, not yet. Just open up through your right hip flexor. Take a breath in. Exhale, curl your right knee all the way through to touch your bent left elbow. I'm doing it if that doesn't make sense. Inhale, come all the way back around into your scorpion pose. Right knee is high. Good. This time, exhale, draw your right knee to your bent right elbow. Strong through your core. Good. Inhale, all the way back up to your scorpion pose. Big stretch to your right hip flexor. Nice. Exhale. This time, draw your right knee all the way into your chest, tiger curl. Press it forward, 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 forward. Good. Exhale, three-legged dog. Nice. Big breath in as you press the right heel a bit higher and then float your foot to the ground. Inhale your left foot to the sky. Nice. From here, take a breath in, exhale, only bend your left knee. Then inhale, rotate that left knee up towards the sky. Strong, open, don't worry about wild thing. Big breath in, exhale, draw your left knee to your bent right elbow. Engage your core, strong, cross your body, you've got this. Good. All the way back up to scorpion pose. Left knee presses the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, draw your left knee to your bent left elbow. It's like a push-up position. Your foot's off the floor. Good. Breath through to scorpion. Inhale. Exhale. Tiger curl. Press it forward. Press it forward. Press it forward. Press it forward. Good. Straight back up to your downward facing dog. To your three-legged dog. Try not to, I'm going to have a little look in the cameras, try not to lift your left hip. That's a nice little hack that we use to make it easier. We're using the right leg to support ourselves. I'd like you to engage through your bum muscle by keeping your hip neutral, pressing out through the left foot and raising the leg. Good work, Caroline. Big breath in here. You can feel your glute engage and powered up. Exhale, softly float your foot towards the ground. Downward facing dog. Bend your left knee a little, bend your right knee a little. And inhale both your heels up and away from the ground. Exhale, soften your heels towards the ground. Some of us, the heels might touch the ground. Yes. Rotate your sit bones up towards the sky a little more. Bend your knees if you need to. Notice if your heels are touching the ground and you bend your knees, you get an even bigger stretch through the Achilles, right? Actively draw your chest towards your thighs so that you can lengthen out through the top of your spine. And then consciously push your hands into the ground and broaden your yogi hands. So you're engaging Hasta Bandha, which protects the wrists, by pushing the first and second knuckles down into the earth. We're here for about 3 more breaths, so don't worry about how long you're here for. Consciously rotate your triceps towards your nose. So you're externally rotating through your shoulders to strengthen through the joints. You're still gazing at your toes as you inhale through your nose. As you exhale, long and slow, bend your knees. Look to your hands, and on empty, when there's no air in your lungs to block this, walk or float to the top of the mat. Fingertips can still touch the ground, but the toes step between the fingertips. Big forward fold. The journey is inside, remember? It is not what the posture looks like, although it can seem that way sometimes. It is what it feels like in your body and how you're responding to your body right now. Not what you did 3 months ago, not what you will do next week, but right now. Long breath in. Let's get ready for that proprioception. Exhale, your crown of head closer to the earth. Bend your knees a lot, then inhale. Raise both hands towards the sky. Big sweeping movement. Come all the way up into your high prayer, reaching as high as you can through your fingertips and pressing as deep as you can through the soles of your feet at the same time. So you're lengthening your body. Good. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. So you can feel this stretching of the body through your entire spinal structure because your muscles are engaged to push the soles of your feet down and lift the crown of your head up. As you do this, you naturally draw your belly in and up. You naturally draw your chin in. Switch on your pelvic floor and we'll come into practice our proprioception. Get our balance ready before we do our flow. Nice. Shift your weight into your left foot. We've done this before, so you know exactly where you're going. No surprises here. And then exhale your right knee, maybe to the height of your navel.
Remember, if you need to modify, hold onto a wall or a piece of furniture, please don't be shy. Do this. It's a better way, if your body is calling for it, to listen to that. Place your left hand on the outside of your right knee and then reach your right hand straight forward. And remember that the left foot's doing a lot of work here. So send some awareness down there. Send some kindness into the sole of your left foot. Maybe you spread your toes of your left foot a little deeper into the mat to give yourself extra support. Let the breath leave your body and then inhale to sweep your right hand all the way around through 180 degrees. If your belly is floppy, please draw it in, engage through Uddiyana Bandha and lift through the crown of your head. Use your left hand to press your right knee forwards. Use your heart to press your right hand backwards. Good, one more breath in, still pushing down through that left foot, developing proprioception. Then bring that right hand all the way back. Try not to drop your knee if you can avoid it. And bring both your hands to prayer inside your right knee. Build up some pressure between the inside of your right knee and the outside of your right hand. And then use your right hand as you inhale to press your hands out. Good, pushing your right knee out to 90 degrees. You're still engaged through the sole of your left foot. Beautiful yogi hands, Karen. Spreading the fingers, engaging Hasta Bandha even here as you build your balance. Nice. One more breath in. Stumbling and falling is fine. Then gently bring your right leg back into the middle. Bring your hands into prayer and press your right heel as far forward as you can get it. So you're really engaging through your right hip flexors and still pushing down through your left foot, lifting up through the crown of your head. We're here for 2 more breaths. Make them full breaths and keep the bandhas engaged, including Hasta Bandha. Palm of the hand. One more breath in. Then gently, slowly, without catapulting, float your right foot back down towards the earth. And when it's just a millimeter off the floor, quietly place the sole of the right foot onto the mat. Shift your weight through your hips into your right foot. Have a little wiggle if you need to. And we'll do the other side. So exhale, draw your left knee, maybe as high as your navel, maybe not quite so high. And place your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Remember, you can hold on to anything you need to. Modify where you wish. Listen to your body. Lift your left hand straight out in front of you. Feel the cadence of your breath. And use your next full inhale to sweep your left hand through 180 degrees until it's pointing towards the back of your mat. Use your right hand to press your left knee forwards. Draw your belly in and get a really nice transverse twist around your neutral spine as you lengthen the crown of your head a little higher and push down through the sole of your right foot. Nice big breath comes in. Beautiful twist. And then exhale, you can bring your left hand all the way back to front and take prayer hands on the inside of your left knee. Build up a little pressure. And then use an inhale to sweep both hands wide and push your left leg wide like a big heavy door. Come into this standing pose with the hip open. Nice, you're still teaching your right foot how to pick up on any imbalances and stabilize. Big breath. And then gently draw your left knee back into center. Come back into prayer hands, or you can place your hands behind the back of your thigh if you wish. And exhale to press your left heel far forward, as far forward as you comfortably can. Maybe get the leg more or less parallel to the ground. As you energize through your legs now, strong and purposeful. Draw your toes towards your hips. Push down through your right foot. Extend through your left heel. And broaden through your palms for one more breath. Nice and strong. Good. And then as you exhale, slowly, very slowly, under control, with compassion, soften your left foot gently towards the ground until it's hovering 1 millimeter off the ground. And then soften your weight into your left foot. Maybe have a little wiggle. Yes. And re-engage your Tadasana. Hands towards the side. Lift through the crown of your head. Push down through the soles of your feet. Feel your toes engage in the earth. Bandhas. Breath. drishti. Are you tempted to look left and look right? Check out things inside your house? Or are you quite happy to allow your gaze to float forward on one spot so that your awareness can drift deeper inside? No longer worried about the things and the stuff outside. It's the internal journey that we focus on. And the more we focus on the internal journey, the more we realize the destination is unimportant. I'll leave that for you to unpackage. Let's come into our first sun salutation. Inhale, both hands up towards the sky, ready for Surya Namaskar Akka. Exhale, bow from the hips all the way towards the earth. Inhale, take your halfway lift, but feel your spine light up with energy as you draw your shoulder blades together and press through the crown of your head. Exhale, press your hands into the floor and step back. High plank. Engage your shoulders. You can modify to your knees if you wish to. Big breath in as you exhale. Bring your body to the ground in a straight line and push the tops of your feet down. Push your hips into the earth and keep the legs switched on so the knees are slightly lifted off the ground. Good. Inhale to lengthen through the crown of your head and lift your shoulders away from the ground, long and strong through your neutral spine, so you can now float your palms off the floor as well. Awesome. Big breath comes in, gives you lots of energy as you exhale. Tuck your toes, come back through a gentle child's pose, and all the way into your downward facing dog as you press your sit bones nice and high. Draw your chest towards your thighs. Take a long breath all the way in through both nostrils. They're designed to take in air. Exhale back out through both nostrils. This time, breathe in through both nostrils. Maybe they flare slightly as you inhale. Then exhale through your mouth. Open your mouth, just let the air go. Good. Seal your lips. Inhale through your nose. This time, as you exhale, bend your knees. Shift your drishti to your hands on empty when there's nothing to compress. Step or float to the top of the mat. Nice one, plan. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Feel your back engage, Karen. Glutes are on. Exhale, forward fold. Relax everything. Inhale, one breath, hinge from the hips. Raise both hands. Lead with your heart energy as you lift your heart energy and press your palms together. Beautiful work, Katie. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Samastitihi. We're going to come through Surya Namaskar Akka twice more. No break in the middle. Just beautiful breathing and flowing. Good. Sun salutation A. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press your hands, high plank, engage your shoulders to low plank or the earth. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog if you're ready. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward facing dog, draw your chest to your thighs. Big breath comes in as you lift. Exhale long and slow as you let go. Another full breath all the way in through both nostrils. You feel them flare as the air inhales. As you exhale, go ahead, bend your knees, lift your hands and lightly step to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift, strong through your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep both hands to the sky. Lift your heart, high prayer. Exhale, forward fold to the earth, hinge at the waist. Inhale, take a halfway lift, strength through your back. Exhale, press your hands, step back. One breath, Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank to low plank, or modify if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog, baby cobra to modify if you need to. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Fill your lungs. Exhale. Twice more. Breath comes all the way in like a powerful wave straight out the ocean. Exhale. Feel the old stress leave your body. One more time. Inhale all the way through the nose. Fill it up. Exhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, lightly step to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift, powerful through your glutes and your back and your shoulders. Exhale, forward fold, release through that posterior curve.
Inhale, sweep both hands all the way up towards the sky. Nice. Use this as an opportunity to come into a mini back bend. So press your heart energy even higher as you push your hips forward and open up through the front line of your body. Press your fingertips a little higher. Press your feet a little deeper. Arch a little more. Fill your breath, keep your belly in. Then exhale, bring your hands into your heart space. Come into your Samastitihi. And ground down through your feet. Lift up through the crown of your head. Notice what's going on with your shoulders. Are they gentle? Are they soft? Are they compassionate? Are they in tune with your heart? Or are they holding tension? Are they lifted? Are the muscles contracted? What about your wrists? Can you feel your wrists? Can you feel the skin from the inside of your wrists across your palm to the full extent of your fingertips and your thumbs? And if you're quiet, can you tune into the energy inside your hands, inside your palms? Is there an energy in your hands? Can you feel the life inside your hands? And if you can feel this energy, do you notice its proximity to your heart as you stand here in Samastitihi? And maybe you can sense your own heart energy. Maybe you can feel the energy in your throat. Maybe you can feel the energy in your forehead, the crown of your head. Maybe you can feel the energy behind your belly button, down in your pelvis. Maybe you can let this energy just release and flow through you. And if you can't feel this energy, don't worry about it. Just press down through the soles of your feet, lift up through the crown of the head, and follow your breath deep into this moment. Good. In a moment, we're going to come back into Sun Salutation B. First time, we'll do it nice and slow, and then we'll go a little bit more flowy. Good. So you know where we're going. Gently inhale both hands up towards the sky. And exhale, come into your Utkatasana. Utkatasana. So make sure those shoulders that you softened early stay soft. Make sure that belly that you drew in stays drawn in. And maybe now that you felt the energy, if you did, in your own heart, you can feel a little joy. Maybe there's a smile on your face, not so serious. As you absorb the power of this one pose. Remember, any one pose is all you really need to go deeper into your practice. It's not how many poses we do, and it's not which poses we do. It's the journey that takes place deep inside. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, one breath, Chaturanga Dandasana, modify any way you wish. So coming from high plank to low plank in one exhale, and inhaling to your baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, your belly is on as you lift your hips, downward facing dog, and inhale your right foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. Journey is inside, not in the body. Exhale, step the right foot forward. And come on up into your crescent lunge as you open up through that nicely expanded left hip flexor. Big breath in, exhale, warrior two. Emerges from the ground through your feet, flip your right hand over. Inhale, reverse your warrior through that frontal plane stretch that we did at the beginning of the class. Knees stacked. Exhale, cartwheel both hands over the top of your head to then frame your right foot and step back. Maybe your right foot stays in the air in your high plank, 3-point high plank. Exhale through Chaturanga, maybe your right foot stays in the air. Press both feet now down and inhale, baby cobra or outward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, tiger curl it in and push the ground away. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, come on up in your crescent lunge, but please try and keep your hips low. Keep your knees stacked. Raise your heart energy even higher than your fingertips. Take a breath in through your nostrils and exhale, warrior two. How broad is your power base? Can you draw your hips
Your knees and your feet towards the midline as you engage through your core. From here, flip your left hand over, inhale, reverse your warrior. Feel that stretch. Take a bind if you wish to, can be nice. But the stretch is on the outer left rib cage and your left knee is stacked. Big breath in here, fill your lungs. Exhale, cartwheel your hands one by one over your head. Frame your left foot, step back to your high plank. Maybe left foot stays off the ground. Exhale down to your low plank, maybe left foot stays off the ground. Inhale to your upward facing dog, maybe you modify baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice long, juicy breath in through both of your nostrils. Feel the air fill your lungs. Long breath out. Another full breath all the way in. Another long breath all the way out. Bend your knees, look to your hands and lightly step, float, or fly to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, bend your knees a lot and bring your bum a bit closer to the ground. Bend your knees a lot and bring your bum a little closer to the ground. Can everybody still hear me? Is my mic working? Actually, Caroline, if you wiggle your left elbow, I'll see that. It works, good. Bend your knees a lot, bring your bum towards the ground, straighten through your arms so your fingertips touch the earth. Lift your shoulders as high as they can go without the fingers losing contact with the ground. Bum is as low as it will go. Strong through your knees, thighs, core. Good. Inhale, Utkatasana. Lift just your arms, not your hips. Lift your heart energy. Maybe look up between your palms. Maybe even smile, Wyndham. Good. Long breath in here. As you exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Into your heart center, and we'll come into, yes, Caroline, a twisted chair pose. So draw your left elbow across your right knee, rotating to the right side of your body. Draw your right shoulder a little higher as you press your left elbow down into your right knee. Make sure that left knee doesn't step forward. So try and keep your knees in line. Usually when the knee pokes forward, it means the hips are going out of alignment too. So we make an effort to try and draw the left knee back. As we draw the right shoulder a little higher, beautiful work, Karina. And those prayer hands can come to the center of your chest, not so much the right shoulder. Big breath in here, press your weight down through your right leg and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Revolving crescent lunge. I'm watching your left hips. You're going to make sure that your left hip is lifted as you press out through your left heel and draw back through your right shoulder. And pull your belly button in. Nice. Take a full breath in. Exhale all the way out. And then use the inhale to lift your both hands. Crescent lunge. Nice. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, come back through warrior two and come into extended side angle. Your right elbow can stay on your right knee. Long crisp line through your left body. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come back to warrior two and straighten through your right leg. Reach forward through the right fingertips. Expand the distance between your right fingertips and your right hips as you draw your right hips back. And right at the last moment, rotate your right hand to the inside of your right shin, coming into triangle pose. Two long, straight, powerful legs. Both knees are off lock and your left shoulder is lifted as if you want to shine your heart open. Good, take a breath in here. As you exhale, sweep your left hand down towards the ground and inhale your right hand towards the sky, reverse triangle pose. Nice. Maybe you can lift that right shoulder a little higher. I'm watching, well done. I'm not really, but in my mind I am. Getting ready for your side plank, press your left hand to the top left corner of the mat. You'll notice a deeper stretch through your right hamstring as you do this. Roll onto the left side of your left foot. Good, now you can stay here to modify with your right foot on the ground or step your right foot all the way back onto your left foot. You can modify your left knee onto the ground if you wish. Stay strong through your left shoulder and reach up, up, up through your right fingertips and up, up, up through your hips. Yeah, Wyndham, I can feel you've already raised your right leg. The rest of us, maybe we float the right leg up to come a little deeper into the pose. One big breath in here. We're going to step the right foot to the top of the mat to come into long runner's lunge. Boom, beautiful. Now you can have a rest here if you like, or maybe come into
half moon by stepping the right hand in front of the right foot, coming up onto the right leg and lifting the left hip as you float your left fingertips maybe up towards the sky. If you've got this pose and you feel good in it, and your left hip is stacked over your right hip and your left shoulder is stacked over your right shoulder, and you wish to come into a bind, then maybe you bend your left knee and grab a hold of your left ankle, coming into a bind and opening up through the left hip flexor a little deeper. Otherwise, staying where you were. Big breath in as you feel a balance. That's why we do the drills at the beginning, right? And then exhale, forward fold. Yeah. You're halfway. A little smile on your face as you think, yes, it doesn't matter where we are in a sequence. All I know is right here, right now. And I can feel the journey inside my body. That's all I know. Go ahead and bend your knees a little bit more and draw your sit bones a little closer to the ground and touch the ground with your fingertips. Arms are long and straight. Raise your shoulders as high as you can without taking the fingertips off the floor, and sit your sit bones as low as you can. Getting ready for Utkatasana. Inhale your hands towards the sky, but keep those hips low. Exhale your hands into your heart center. And then rotate, revolving chair pose. Press your right elbow into your left knee. Have a little look down. Did your right knee creep forward? If it did, just have a little measuring yourself. Is it because your hips have gone out of alignment with the twist? If they have, try and realign your hips. And then have a look at your right knee and see what it's doing. I'll let you figure out what's right. Your body will tell you. Don't try too hard. And then step your right foot to the back of the mat. Come into your revolving crescent lunge. Please focus on keeping your belly off your inner left thigh and lift your right hip. Yeah. Otherwise, if you drop your right hip, you'll compress into a little bit of, it's like a well-lubricated joint movement surface called the labrum inside your hip. And if you drop your right hip, you start to compress into it. Over time, that can be bad. So try not to. Keep your hip neutral. Then inhale, both hands up towards the sky, crescent lunge. So you're opening up through your hip flexors. Exhale out into your warrior two. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, come all the way through warrior two into extended side angle. You can modify left elbow onto your left knee, or if you wish to come a little stronger, you can go beach ball. Good, inhale. If you're wondering what that was, don't worry. Reverse warrior. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Draw your feet towards the midline and then draw your left knee straight. Reach forwards, 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 as if you're trying to touch the spirit in front of you. Draw your left hip back, and then exhale, sweep the left hand down and the right hand high. Strong legs, right shoulder lifts. Gaze can be towards the right middle finger. Nice, take a breath in here. As you exhale, rotate right hand to the ground and inhale your left hand up, like you're part of a huge Ferris wheel. That's it. Good, getting ready here as we twist through the transverse plane and lift the left shoulder just a little higher, getting ready for our side plank. Nice. Rotate onto the blade of your right foot and step your left foot back. You can modify your right knee to the earth. Maybe both legs are straight, but lift your hips. This is where we gain the strength in the oblique muscles. Those are the muscles down the side of your tummy. Where often we focus on the transverse abdominis, the muscles in the front of the tummy. This side plank strengthens the muscles on the side. Maybe you float your left foot to the sky as you now lift your hips a little higher, no matter what modification you've taken. For one more long breath in, those left fingertips will reach a little higher. Good, and get ready to step to a long lunge. Step the left foot to the top of the mat. Coming into a long lunge, knowing that you can stay here if you wish to and join us in forward fold. If you're coming into Ardha Chandrasana, I'm just going to orientate the other way so I can see the camera. If you're coming into Ardha Chandrasana, place your left hand on the floor in front of your left foot and straighten up through that strong left leg. And rotate your hips, open up your right hip. So it's the opposite of three-legged dog, where we keep the hip closed. Open up your right hip, and the goal is to try and stack your right hip on top of your left hip. As you rotate your rib cage to stack your right shoulder on top of your left shoulder. Then reach your right hand up towards the sky and go ahead and press energy through your right heel and feel each one of your finger pads on your right hand reach a little higher. It's almost like your ET stretching through your fingers, the energy. If you wish to come into a bind, you can go ahead and bend your right knee and reach back and get a hold of your right ankle. Push down through your supporting leg, strong and powerful. For one more breath in, you've got this. Just open, open, open. And then exhale, forward fold, release, let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Send your energy through to your right big toe. And just lift your right big toe. And send both of your first and second fingers on your right hand around the inside of your right big toe. And press your right big toe down to clamp those first two fingers onto the ground. And do the same with the left foot. Grab the toes, push the toes down. And then lift your heart. So your feet will bind your fingers to the ground, but you'll lift your heart, lift, lift, lift. So you're engaging through the full posterior strength of your back, lifting your heart up and reaching your chin forwards, reaching your chin, yes, Karina, forwards. Beautiful as you lift, lift, lift. And then exhale, forward fold, still hold on to those toes, but let the energy draw the crown of your head a little closer to the earth. Release your toes, bend your knees, and bring your bum gently onto the ground. Good. Lie back onto your back. Press the feet into the ground with the knees bent. And imagine that you've got a bottle of water between your knees and you're just holding it there so it doesn't drop. We're going to get ready for bridge pose. Good, so walk your heels a little closer to your butt so you can tickle your heels with your fingertips ideally. Nice, and then bend your elbows and draw your elbows in towards your rib cage like you're hugging yourself. Bend your elbows through 90 degrees and open up through your yogi hands. Really spread the skin on the palms. Engage Hasta Bandha. Take a full breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, press your spine down into your mat. Flatten your spine against the mat. And as you inhale, rotate your hips to lift your frontal hip joints and then start moving your hips up into the air. As you inhale your hips up, 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 push down through your feet, lift up through your heart, push down through your elbows, push down through your shoulders, but not your neck, not the back of your head. Be gentle with the head. Keep on breathing your hips higher and higher and higher. And don't forget that water bottle between your knees. Hold it gently so it can't drop. One more full breath as you press your hips. You've got this, Caroline, just a little higher, expanding through the front line of your body. And then as you exhale, use the full breath to slowly guide your hips all the way down towards the earth. And we're going to come into a second bridge. It is yogi's choice, and I recommend you stay with bridge for the second one. Yogi's choice if you choose to come to wheel pose. If it's in your practice, I'm not going to give you any cues. If wheel's in your practice, you can do this instead, but I recommend you stay with bridge. If you're staying with bridge, push down through the soles of your feet. Take a breath in. Exhale your back flat onto the ground. And then inhale, lift straight back up into your bridge pose. Straight back up into your ridge pose. You've got this, Caroline. A little higher, a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Remember, you're at home. This is your ground. You can do whatever you wish to. Even if you choose to come to an early Shavasana, it's still your choice. If you're here with me in bridge pose, press the hips a little higher and expand through your heart space for one more full breath in. You've got this, Sarah. Push down through the elbows, push down through the shoulders, push down through the feet, and lift up through the hips. One more breath and then exhale. You can slowly bring it down to the earth. It's almost like we've energized the body with that back bend, getting ready for the rest of the day. Good. Keep your left foot on the floor and place your right ankle on your left knee, setting up for a modified half pigeon. That's it. Right ankle's on the left knee.
Good. And then reach your right hand in a little triangle between your legs and grab the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin and draw your left leg in towards your body to leverage your right foot comfortably towards your chest to get a nice deep stretch through your right glute. So the right butt cheek gets a stretch. Now, how much you stretch this is up to you. I highly recommend you rest your head on the ground and just focus on drawing your left thigh in to leverage that right ankle towards your chest. Stretch out through the right glute. And then gently float your left foot back onto the ground. Keep the right ankle where it is. Yeah. This time, gently open up your left knee to the left edge of your mat. Keep the right ankle glued to the top of your right knee. So you rotate the whole assembly over to the left edge of your mat. Get a really nice stretch through the outer right thigh. Maybe that right foot can drop right down to the ground or as low as comfortable. But keep the right ankle on the left knee. Get a really nice stretch through the outer right thigh. Maybe you can soften your right shoulder down a little more. One more big breath. Exhale softens you. Good. Then gently unravel your legs and press your right foot onto the ground. Keep your right knee bent and just go ahead and position your left ankle on top of your right knee. And reach your left hand through the little triangle between your thighs and grab the back of your right thigh or maybe the front of your right shin. And draw your right leg in towards your torso as you leverage your left ankle towards your chest. And get a really nice stretch through your left glute. Biggest muscle in the body, getting a nice stretch. Breath is long and soft and the head can rest onto the ground. Carry on letting go. Maybe you're aware that most of the tension you hold inside is tension that you hold inside. What would happen if you let it go? Gently soften your right foot back onto the ground and begin to rotate the whole assembly over to the right edge of your mat. So the left foot gets closer and closer and closer to the ground. Left ankle is still glued to the top of your right knee. And you can melt your left shoulder deeper into the ground. Get a really nice stretch through the outer left thigh, expanding through the left rib cage. If you send your awareness to your nostrils again, it's just a body part, right? Straight to your nostrils and imagine them expanding them. Nostrils getting bigger, flaring nostrils. And as you inhale, more air floods in through both nostrils to fill your lungs, especially the left lung. And as you exhale, there's a coded message to every muscle in your body to soften and let go and relax. Gently release your legs. And just move your knees gently left and right. Maybe you draw your knees in slightly, give yourself a little hug. What I'm trying to encourage in this particular session, this particular section, is that you listen to your body. Somewhere in your body, there might be a little bit of trapped chi energy, a little stress. I want you to feel where that is and move your body to let it free. Maybe it's a subtle movement. Maybe you just breathe deeper into whatever area has tension. But you're tuning in, you're listening to your body long enough to hear what it's telling you. And then you can be grateful for the message. You can act on it. You can work with it. Stay with your body and choose the right time to use your breath to come into a shavasana. You might hang out wherever you are right now for a little longer because something needs to shift subtly first. Or maybe you'll soften your legs one by one onto the ground. Begin to widen your ankles and consciously let the feet flop out to the side. Your arms can rest wide of your body. Rotating the wrists so the palms are facing the heavens. Do you remember that energy you felt in the palms of your hands? If you felt it, can you feel it now? Sometimes it's like a little buzzing feeling. Relax your hands and your forearms and your upper arms, and relax your shoulders. Relax along the back of your spine and soften your internal organs. Feel your hips soften. Relax your thighs. Gently loosen through your knees and all the way down through your calf muscle until you can feel your ankles melt. And allow softness to spread through the soles of your feet until it reaches the big toes and then radiates out through the toes to the smallest toe. And then allow the whole of your face to relax from your nose, and forehead, cheeks, jaw, ears, scalp, all the way around the skull. Feel a softness in your throat, in your tongue. Feel an openness through your heart and your throat. Take a nice long breath in through your nose. And exhale all the way out. I'm going to take 2, 4, 8 breaths together and then simply drift into our Shavasana. So let the breath gently leave your lungs and then inhale with me for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale all the way 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale all the way 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in through your nose. Relax. Breathe naturally. Entering gently into your personal Shavasana. I highly recommend that you stay here for at least 5 minutes. I'm going to disconnect the technology. I thank you for practicing with me, and I wish you a blissful Shavasana. Namaste, yogi.